Hey, welcome to today's episode of Drag Racing Basics. And today we're going to talk about tech, or hopefully take some of the mystery out of tech the first time you go to the drag strip. First thing I would recommend you do if you've decided to go drag racing and you've picked a class or a category that you're going to run in, is go ahead and buy the rule book for that sanctioning body. They're usually about $10, whether they're NHRA, IHRA, NMCA, NMRA, PDRA, or any other small sanctioning body, or major sanctioning body for that matter. Buy their rule book. Read it front to back. Understand it. If you got questions, go to your local track and talk to the tech guy before you start building your car. It'll help you build your car correctly the first time. Also, I would recommend that you buy a copy of the NHRA rule book. Reason I say that, even if you're not going to run NHRA, is because the NHRA rule book is the book that most all, if not all, of your other sanctioning bodies are based off of. Now, they may be tighter, they may be a little looser in their requirements, but those requirements are still based off the NHRA. When you read that book, you're going to go, hey, this is silly. Why do I got to do this little thing right here? This just seems so stupid. Keep in mind that every rule in that book is there because someone was either injured, severely injured, or killed. Those rules are not there to keep you from racing. They're not there to make it more aggravating. They're not there to drive the cost up. They're there to keep you, the spectators, and the track owners and the promoters safe. Racing's dangerous, and we want it to be as safe as we can. That's why we had a rule books. Now, next thing to keep in mind. Being a tech inspector is a thankless job. You can keep pretty much anybody from racing if you find something wrong with their car. That's not your job. You're not there to keep them from racing. You're there to keep everybody actually racing in a safe manner, with all their safety equipment and all their gear in good working order. So if a tech guy or gal does tell you, hey, I can't let you run today, don't argue with them. Find out what the problem is. They'll tell you what you need to do to fix the problem, and go fix it. Now, a lot of times they'll tell you if it's something small, they'll say, hey, you're here, I'll let you slide this time, as long as it's not a major thing. But have it fixed before you come back next time. Remember, they're actually your friend. They're there to help. Now, what are the basic things that you really need to make sure you have right when you go to get a tech inspection? Now, if you got a cage that needs to be certified, let me open up with that. You've probably already went and got a cage guy to inspect your cage, and he's put the tag on it and signed off on your cert. So you just show them that, that's done. So the 5 main things I see people not make it through tech for are neutral safety switch, or lack of, leaks, no kill switch or a non-functioning kill switch, broken lug studs, missing lug nuts, and dirty, broken, or bad windows. Now let's expound upon these. For those that don't know what a neutral safety switch is, when you go out and you start your car in the morning to go wherever it is you're going, let's say the night before you forgot and left it in drive, or you forgot and left it in reverse after you backed it in the garage. When you go to start it, nothing happens. The device that makes that work like that is called a neutral safety switch. What it does is it interrupts the starter circuit / ignition circuit if the car is not in park or neutral. You have to have that on race car. It keeps you from starting up in gear and jumping forward and running over somebody, hurting somebody, crashing into something else. Leaks. If you're leaking any fluids, you need to fix it. Don't even bother to take it to the track until you fix those leaks. They're just going to send you back home. On that same note, if you're running a street car, when you're sitting out on the staging lanes, no matter how hot it is, avoid the urge to run your AC. The AC generates condensate, as you know, the little water puddle that drips under the bottom of your car. It may not drip on the ground while you're sitting still, but as soon as you get out there and launch, 9 times out of 10, it's going to splash back, come out the drain tube, and get all over the track. It creates a slippery situation for the guy coming behind you that can cause him to wreck. If you've relocated your battery from its factory position, then you need a kill switch. That kill switch needs to be on the back of the car. It can be a switch type, twist type, or it can be a push-pull type. But it needs to be there, and it needs to be clearly marked off and on, or on and off, whichever, so that the safety crew, in the event of an accident, they can cut the car off. That'll cut all the electronics off, and it'll kill the car, and then they can work on getting you out. Broken lug nuts, missing lug studs. You'd be surprised how many people I see come through line and they're missing 2 lugs on a 4-lug wheel, and they're missing 2. Or they got a 5-lug and it's got 1 stud broke. Hey, I still got 4 there is not an argument. You need to fix them if they're broke. It's not that hard. If you've had the skill and the talent to build this car, or you're working with the people to build your car, 1, they should have fixed that to start with if you're paying somebody to help you. And 2, it's one of those things, if you learn that skill, you'll always have it. If you don't know how to do it, it's not that hard. I may do a video on changing wheel studs here in the future. But go on and fix it. And the 5th thing is dirty, broken, or bad windows. If you got cracks in your windows, particularly your windshield can fly out at speed if it's got cracks in it, because it can actually give, particularly if it's broken through both layers of glass and say spider webbed, like say maybe a rock hit it down in the bottom right corner and it's kind of shattered out, but it hasn't broken yet. You start going down a track fast and putting pressure on that, those cracks are going to spread. And if they spread quickly enough on the right run, windshield can cave in on you, cause you to wreck at the very least. It put your car in a rail. If you've got plexi, Lexane, polycarbonate windows and they're scratched up from the car cover rubbing on it because you had to keep the car outside all winter and the wind and rain blowing was working the car cover, and it scratched up the windshield and it's all hazed over, you can't see through it real good, go ahead and fix it. Like I said, the tech guy is not there to keep you from racing, but he is there to keep things safe. And a window that you can't see out of is not safe. Now, some other things that you would think would be common sense, but that people don't think about because they're so excited and so happy to be going to the track. Are your tires good? Did you remember to bring your helmet? Is the date code good on your helmet? Along with date codes, if you got a real race car or full-on race car, because they're all real race cars, are your SFI dates up to par? Are they current? Do you need to replace your belts, arm restraints if you got an open car, your neck collar, that sort of thing? Your fire extinguisher, is it in good condition and good working order? Do you have at least one functioning headlight and tail light on your car? Do your door handles work? Yeah, why does your door handle need to work? If you wreck, once again, the safety crew needs to be able to get in and get you out of the car. If you got a trick door handle or a broken door handle, they may not be able to get you out fast enough. Say you got an accident, you're unconscious, the car's on fire. More things to think about. Along with that kill switch, if your battery's been relocated, did you tie it down correctly? If your battery's still in the stock location, is it tied down correctly? You get in an accident, that battery becomes a 45-pound projectile. Your hood latch. Is your hood latch working? I've seen people come to the tech line, and you know how your hood latch has got the actual latch and you got that little safety catch? The latch is broken. They've actually got the hood caught on the safety catch and figure they can get through tech like that because, it's on the safety latch. It's not going anywhere. Well, if only that were true. And the last thing you want to see is you be rolling down the track and the hood comes up and wraps over top the roof of the car, because it usually tears up the roof pretty good and it blocks your vision, which could cause you to wreck. These are just some of the basic things to watch out for or to keep in mind when you go to tech. Always be nice to the tech guy. The tech guy is your friend. The tech guy's not there to keep you from racing. They're there to help keep you, me, the spectators, track owners, whoever else is around, safe. So if we work together, tech inspection is no problem. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's there for your safety. It's there for my safety. It's there for everybody at the track safety. So just my take on tech inspection. It's come up a lot lately. I've been asked about it, so I thought I'd do a little video on it. So thanks for watching. Till next time, this has been Drag Racing Basics. Enjoy your day. Have fun racing. Good luck in 2019 season. We'll see you next time.